For your Raiders, he's a sophomore at center, number 53, Dallas Quarles. For your Knights, a sophomore guard, 52, Dan Curtis. For the Raiders, a junior at forward, number 22, Paris Kaylor. For your Knights, a junior guard, 32, Ryan Huntley. For the Raiders, a senior forward, number 23, Chris Bridges. For the Knights, a junior at center, number 34, Bud Look. For your Raiders, a senior guard, number 11, Tim Moore. For the Knights, a senior forward, number 50, Robert Burnett.
Gotta love the haircuts of the Narraguagus Knights.
Mr. Chesley.
Michael Thurston on the left with the basketball, Roger Chesley on your right, two veteran officials of Eastern Maine basketball and state tournament competition. But I love the haircuts on the Knights. So you got
a bowl.
The crew
Remember
cut?
the old day with a bowl around the head?
Right, the crew cut or the butch cut on the top and the shaved heads on the sides.
Well,
Ready to go.
We'll see how the two officials keep up with the speed of this.
See what kind of condition Roger and Michael are in this evening.
They may have to change their sneakers at halftime. Two of the best from Washington County will now square off. They've split on the season, and now they'll do it again. The winner will go against Limestone, the Eagles, on Saturday evening. As the tip controlled to Paris Kaler of Washington Academy. They are in the maroon. Timmy Moore now with the ball, fakes. TJ Sprague outside three, yes.
He's got it against the 2-3 zone. Knights opened up with a 2-3 zone. Didn't bother Sprague.
Worcester with the ball now to Bob Look, and he shoots and he's fouled. Huntley rather.
Right, number 32 is Huntley. He's fouled from behind by TJ Sprague right away, so it doesn't take long to get two shots up on the board. Only 8 seconds gone in the quarter.
3-0, and he'll have two shots. 7:42 remains in first quarter action. Hope you're enjoying this wherever you may be, as Maine Public Television does it right. Foul shot is up and good. Ryan Huntley, a junior, 5'11". So we got a 3-1 game now as we're out of the blocks quickly. Foul shot is up and good.
Nice and loose on the foul shot. Here they come back into their 2-3 zone, big wide zone.
Bridges has the ball now out to Sprague. In the middle, nice pass goes into Kaler. He puts it up, in and out. Gets his own rebound, puts it back and in.
Stayed right with it. Half-court outlet pass.
Goes to Danny Curtis, now to Worcester. Back to Curtis. Right side to Huntley. Ball deflected away, picked up by Kaler. He looks down the floor, now it comes off to Bridges. Moore fires long, no good. Bridges there for the rebound, rejected, back in the corner, gets his own board, comes back up with it, puts it in.
Nice move by Bridges that time, knifed up through the defense for the layup. Good strong move off the baseline.
Huntley with the ball on the right side for Narraguagus. Now outside to Curtis. Curtis back to Worcester. Worcester starts to move to the baseline. He's going to take it. Nice move. Puts it up. No good. Rebound by Burnett, and he puts it in.
Very, very strong rebound that time, but a great move by Worcester along the baseline. Very strong move. Now they've changed the zone to the 3-2 zone to stop the outside shooting of the Raiders.
And TJ recognizes this. He puts his men in position. He's only a sophomore. Goes to Timmy Moore. He fakes. Now he's going to go up with a pop. It's no good. Rebound taken off nicely there by Burnett. Outlet pass goes to Curtis. Curtis starts down with it to the baseline. Back goes to Worcester. Worcester's shot. Rebound right. Picked up by Huntley. Huntley puts it up over everything. Moore comes off for Washington Academy. Behind the back, he starts down the middle. Right towards the glass. Tries to feed. Deflected away. Worcester picks up at the other end. Back to Burnett. Burnett starts to go. And let's see what they call. Foul is going to be on Bridges.
Bridges moved under, losing control of the ball, the Narraguagus player, but Bridges, here it is right here, number 50. That's Burnett going in, and there's the collision with Bridges. No shot involved, so they're going to get the ball underneath the basket.
7-4 the score. Washington Academy leads. Look for the pop, no good. Rebound tipped out. Taken by Huntley. Now to Worcester. To the left side to Curtis. Inside to Burnett. Back to Curtis. Back to Burnett. Burnett in crowd. Pick it up and in.
Nice give and go that time. Inside-outside game.
7-6 with 5:39 left. First quarter action. Kayla grabs the baseline. Puts it up underhand. No good. Rebound tipped around. Burnett comes off with it.
Good strong rebound. A good-looking boy, this Burnett, number 50.
Worcester to Huntley. Huntley with an outside three. Clears everything. Picked off by Timmy Moore of Washington Academy. He starts down with it. Puts on the afterburner. Starts in. The ball's deflected away. Puts it up from the paint. No good. Rebound tipped around. Burnett with another strong rebound. As we start down the other way. 7-6 the score as Washington Academy leading over Narraguagus. Number 5. Washington Academy number 1 is Narraguagus. Goes to Burnett. Inside, nice move and a turnaround by Look, and Bob misses it but draws the foul.
Good pass, though. Nice looking pass inside by Burnett. Good movement, good ball movement, and good man movement by Narraguagus. Cutting into the middle, getting open in the paint. There it is right here. Nice cut right there. And here is the foul against number 34, who is Bob Look.
Pat Feeney checks in as Kayla goes to sidelines for Washington Academy. He kind of danced that one in, so we're tied at 7. Narraguagus' first sub is Jason Leifert, and going to the sideline will be Huntley. Huntley Brinkley.
Great report.
Foul shot is good by Bob Look, so he hits a pair, and Narraguagus takes the lead 8-7. As TJ comes down with the ball for Washington Academy, from the corner to Moore, now to Bridges. Bridges foul line extended to the left. Now he comes back outside to TJ. TJ down the middle. Scoops and leaves it inside. Ball dropped away from Quarles and picked up by Jason Leifert of Narraguagus.
Zone giving Washington Academy a little fit now. And Washington Academy comes up with their own zone.
Robbie Worcester now off to Curtis. Curtis stops in a lot of traffic. He turns. Bounce pass goes to Burnett at the top. Burnett to the right side goes to Leifert. Leifert to Narraguagus. Skips it across to Curtis. 8-7 the score. Narraguagus leading 4-14. Burnett. Now it goes to Worcester outside three. Yes. No, it's a deuce.
What a two. They had foot on the line.
Almost like a dunk. 10-7. 4:03 left. Timmy Moore holds over his head. Now to TJ. TJ gets it on the left side to Bridges. Bridges looking inside. Now corner Moore. Moore loops it inside, and when he does, it's going to be a pushing off fouls on Quarles. This is why he had so much space.
That's right. Dallas Quarles on a little push off that time. Good ball movement by Washington Academy, but they were really unable to capitalize on the Narraguagus defense.
Worcester comes up with it. Right side foul line extended is Leifert. Now back to Worcester. Outside to Curtis. Back to Worcester. Connor goes to Bob Luck. Worcester in the middle now to Burnett. He wheels in the middle, puts it up soft, no good. Dallas Quarles comes off with a rebound. Tim Moore pass is more or less telegraphed, picked off by Worcester. Worcester starts down the other end. He's only a freshman. He collides, and they're going to call a foul on TJ Sprague.
TJ felt he had position.
Excuse me, that's
yeah,
it is TJ. Okay.
Right, good call. TJ Sprague jumping in front, thinking here it comes right here. Here comes 40 Worcester, the ball. There's the collision, but he's on the way down already before the collision.
Substitution for Washington Academy. Brendan Cates in and Tim Moore to the sidelines. Right side goes to Worcester. Inside, intended for Bob Look, and picking up a foul is Pat Feeney.
Having a lot of trouble defending Narraguagus inside is Washington Academy at this particular juncture, and they're getting themselves in some foul trouble. 16 fouls already with 3:15 in the first.
Worcester's outside three, no good. Strong rebound by TJ Sprague. Off to Cates, he brings down now. Nice move inside, underhand scoop, and taken off by Cates, no good. Rebound tipped around, finally taken by Burnett. Long pass goes to Curtis on the left side. Now to Worcester. Narraguagus has not committed a team foul as yet. And Washington Academy has committed 6. The next one will be the 1-on-1. Worcester fakes the three, now to Burnett. Back to Worcester. Left side goes to Curtis. Curtis back to Worcester as they go against the zone. Now to the right side on the dribble, loops it inside to Lyford. Lyford comes partway back out, looking for help now to Burnett. Burnett in the paint, nice bounce inside to look, and he puts it in.
Excellent play. Great ball movement and good patience by Narraguagus. From the corner to the top of the key, diagonal pass for a layup.
12-7 the score, up by 5. Bridges outside. Now TJ in the corner to Feeney, inside to Cates. Cates puts it up, nice soft touch, and puts it in.
Been a long time since the Raiders got on the scoreboard.
12-9 to score with 2 minutes left in first quarter action. Inside to Burnett. Burnett whirls, goes right up for a nice rejection by Quarles, and he comes off with a rebound.
Beautiful play, beautifully defense by Quarles.
TJ now with the ball on the outside through the legs to the left of Bridges. Bridges looks inside, loops it to Cates, back to Bridges. He's going to go for the outside three, yes.
He's got it.
Ring it.
Timmy Moore waiting to come back in for Washington Academy.
12-11 and 12-12. We're tied. 128. Lyford with a shot. No good. Rebound by Quarles. Dallas pulls off another one. Now to TJ. Starts down to the left side. Bridges. Same spot. He just rung the three up. Now goes to Quarles. Back to Bridges. He's going to take another three. Yes!
Exactly the same
Bang.
spot. Same footprints. Right there.
Woo! Get the number of that truck. 15-12. 102 left. Lyford with the ball. Foul line extended. Nice pass inside. And look, he misses the shot. Follows the shot. No good. Tipped off to Cates. And we've got a 15-12 game as Washington Academy takes the lead on two Bridges. He's going for the third. Two Bridges three-pointers. Goes to baseline. Nice leave inside to Quarles. Puts it up and in.
Good penetration that time. Mixed up the defense a little bit. Did
Nice move now by Morrill. It's Morrill Worcester, I should say Robbie. In the corner goes to Lyford. Lyford back outside, and on the floor is Bridges. But you take, I just looked up, it was 12-7 Narraguagus, and you look now, it's 17-12 Washington Academy.
Exactly. We got a foul on Narraguagus. That goes on number 40, Robbie Worcester. His first personal foul, excuse me. 27 seconds left in the quarter.
Moore is back in, and Justin Wentworth, number 20, is in the game for Washington Academy. Cates with the ball, comes inside, but tipped away nicely by Bub Look. Off to Curtis with 15 seconds left. Washington Academy leading. Worcester way outside. Starts to the left side. Gives to Curtis. Curtis looking in now. Now bounces inside to Burnett. Looks at the clock. At the baseline, back to Curtis. He's going to go to the outside three. No good. And at the end of one complete, Washington Academy leads by a score of 17-12. We'll be back right after this.
You're watching tournament basketball on Maine Public Television.
Well, a fine first quarter, Bob, and we saw the Bridges boy step up a little bit, ring two, then had a great assist.
He stepped up his play a lot. He's been really a force and a factor for Washington Academy. Washington Academy having problems getting the ball inside. They're lobbing the ball rather than bouncing it in. But Narraguagus unable to capitalize on the opposite end.
Narraguagus will come back in the second quarter with his same starting five. Huntley is on the right side. Worcester now. Worcester starts to move baseline. Nice move, puts it up. No good. In and out. Burnett with a rebound, puts it in.
Good, strong rebound by Burnett. He is really a hard worker underneath the basket. Goes after everything that's close.
17-14 to score. Bridges with the ball now. Connor Cates. Now comes back outside to Bridges. As Tim Moore has the ball now. Cates on the other side. Moore downtown three, and no good. Hit the glass, bounced up, hit the glass again. Long pass. Going to Huntley, he's going to track it down, and he gets out of bounds. And they say it's going to be Narraguagus' ball.
Right, I think Huntley hit it off Moore. Moore was trying to chase him down, and he made a nice play by knocking it off Timmy Moore to retain possession for the Knights.
Wentworth takes the sideline now as Quarles comes back in. Curtis to Worcester. Now to Bub Look. Bub in the paint puts it up. It's no good. Rebound tipped around, finally taken off underneath by Look, and he's fouling. And that's why he got the rebound.
Right, number 34 raised his hand like the old days on fouls by players. Number 54 coming into the game for Narraguagus is Peter Rober.
And Bob Look, with only his first foul, is out. Narraguagus has only committed 2 team fouls. Kayla checks back in. Cates, with some quality minutes, checks out. Washington Academy leading by a score of 17-14. Washington Academy based in East Machias, and the Narraguagus team in Harrington, Maine. 2 Washington County teams. Nice loop in, but right there is Curtis to take it away.
That's the pass they've been having problems with, is that post pass.
Worcester baseline stops, bounces back to Burnett. Burnett has some room and he starts to take it, but travels.
Thought he saw an opening there, but he forgot to keep his pivot foot down on the floor.
Watching too much of the pros.
Yes.
5, 6, 7 steps. 17-14 the score, 6:48. Both these teams can put it together in spurts. So when you think one might be KO'd, you're wrong. Tim Moore with it. Back outside of Bridges, goes for another 3. Yes.
And he's got 3 of them here in the
3
first
threes.
half.
Tim Scott. 2014. Nice move inside by Huntley, rejected by Quarles.
Big, strong rejection by Quarles.
Kayla's going to go right to the glass to Bridges, puts it up and in.
They're
nice
running.
assist.
There go the Raiders, off and running.
A timeout is being asked for now as they lead. Washington Academy leads 22-14. I just got through saying about the Spurs.
Yeah, you said it was 17-12 about 20 seconds ago, and now it's 22-14, and that's what happens when a team gets on a roll. Bridges hitting the 3-pointer. Here it is right here. Good stride, good strong drive to the basket. And there's the block by Quarles. If they continue with the rolling, is Moore headed out with the fast break, and Bridges scores on the other end to force the timeout. Here it comes right here. Great pass by Kayla over to Bridges. Good strong layup, and the timeout by Coach Kelly from Narraguagus as he's looking at an 8-point deficit, which happened quickly.
Seems like we're watching a Limestone game. But Bridges, Chris Bridges, a senior, played on that Sterling team a year ago, runner-ups in the State C, and now he's put it up a notch and playing at a level a little higher than he played in the last game. And they're looking to him, and he's coming through for them.
He certainly has. Nothing like that leadership with experience.
6:10 left in first half action. Worcester with a pop. Good.
Big basket right there for Narraguagus. Not because of the score, but because of the situation that they're in.
22-16, pass to Feeney. Tipped away. Rober comes up with it. So a steal, but right to Moore. Moore goes to the glass and puts it up, and they're going to call a foul on Burnett.
Foul on Burnett. Burnett, I think, thought that Timmy Moore had a traveling violation on the baseline. He did lose control of the ball, but there was a foul.
That's only the first on Burnett, 3rd on the team here in the first half. Goes to Quarles, outside to Kaler. Kaler has a ball knocked away by Curtis. Loops a pass to Worcester. Worcester looking, he tries to get in the middle, but Quarles knocks it away.
They're always looking to go to the basket. That time was 2 passes and a deflection out of bounds. Knights are going to retain possession under their hoop.
Peter Joyce in for Narraguagus. He's number 22 in white. Ball is being fought for, and they're going to say Rober was on the line. So it goes over to Washington Academy. 22-16 the score. 5:36 remains in first half action. As Timmy Moore, the Washington Academy team, left side to Kaler, fakes, starts to move, glides it up, no good. Rebound tip, no good. Burnett comes off with it. A strong rebound by Burnett. They box out very well, this Narraguagus team. And Worcester puts another one up and in.
Good hoop that time by Worcester, facing the basket. Shoulder square.
Not bad for a freshman.
Oh, very nice.
Worcester with it now. Worcester, excuse me, Moore. Turned by Feeney, no good. Strong rebound by Quarles, puts it up and in.
Strong rebound and a little hesitation on his shot to put it back. Dallas Quarles showing his strength.
He's only a sophomore. Curtis with it now. Curtis starts from the top, now stops, and there's going to be a foul called on Burnett.
Foul on Burnett. Yes, illegal screen by number 50, Burnett.
Searsport bus going west, north, south.
Here it is right here. There's the step up right there by Burnett on the screen. He was moving, and he's called for the foul. That's his second foul.
Right,
yes.
and that's the 4th team foul with 4:44 left. 6 team fouls on the Washington Academy team. Bridges puts it up. It's no good. Rebound tipped around. Finally goes to the corner. Burnett tracks it down. But he throws it right in the hands of Pat Feeney, and Pat Feeney is fouled.
Tough play that time by Burnett. He really made a great hustle play for the ball, but happened to throw it right into the hands of the Raider.
So Pat Feeney will go to the line for this Washington Academy team. David Joyce's sneaker strings are down.
That's his air splint, I believe. That's the top of his sneaker.
Short haircuts and no stockings. You ever think you'd see the day?
Never saw.
I can remember what they called the pompadours back when we played, but now they got the, I guess it's the bowl look. Feeney's shot is no good. Rebound taken off strongly by Curtis of Narraguagus, and the Knights start down the other way. Trailing by 6. Joyce with the ball now. Works to the left side to Curtis. Holds up. Looks in. Now it comes back to the right side to look. Curtis is going to take the shot. Pass is deflected. Worcester underneath. Burnett, another strong rebound. Can't make it. Tipped to Connor. Picked up by Tim Moore. And Timmy Moore starts down with it. Now to Bridges. Bridges inside to Quarles. Quarles in the paint. Quarles stops. Pops a shot one. Good.
He was blocked off by a double team and just took a little bit of a step back jump shot.
Boy, just think if they had football down in Washington Academy. Look at the size.
He's a great sized kid.
Worcester with the ball. Oh, nice pass inside, and then Look had the shot, but he decided to pass off, and a little bit too strong.
A little case of overpassing that time. I think Bob, if he had to do it over again, he would have taken the layup.
Bob takes to the sidelines now as Rober comes back in. 2 big men underneath for the Narraguagus team. As TJ comes back in the game. TJ Sprague, Washington Academy. He has the ball now way outside. He's only a sophomore as well.
Taking some time off the clock.
3:26 remaining in first half action. 26-18 to score. Carl's going to turn, pop, it's no good. Rebound by Bridges, is going to put it back up, partially deflected. Feeney puts it up, it's no good. Feeney with a rebound. Feeney turns, puts it back up, and he draws a foul. 4 shots that time by Washington Academy.
There's Buddy Wood right here. He likes that action. When you can go to the offensive glass and get a second and third chance, it certainly improves your chances on the game.
Certainly with a strong rebounding team as Narraguagus has. But they just flooded the basket. Shots on goal. Foul shot by Feeney is good. 27-18 the score. Number 5 Washington Academy. Number 1 Narraguagus. Here in the first half of action. Shot is up and good. So Feeney went the line before, missed 2. He makes 2 this time. 28-18, 10-point lead.
Redemption time.
3:09. Curtis with it now. Goes to Burnett. Burnett starts down. Joyce, right side to Rober. Rober of Narraguagus in the corner. Goes to Worcester. His shot is no good. TJ out with it, and Worcester is fouling.
Reaching in, and Washington Academy on their way on a fast break, and Robbie Worcester trying to slow things down, reaches in for the foul.
That is now the 7th team foul against Narraguagus. Looks like I looked up a minute ago. There was no team fouls. Nothing. 0. 42 checks back in. Jason Leifert, and going to the sidelines is Curtis. Down by 10. They don't want to get any deeper going into the locker room. 2:56 left. Foul shot by TJ is good.
He's starting to creep away now. Washington Academy. They got a nice flow going.
I heard a comment today on TV when we were home, and whoever the player was talking, he said they'd like to have another crack at Washington Academy. He may get his wish.
Yes.
Limestone is waiting for the winner of this game. Nice pass in the corner to Worcester. Worcester goes right to the glass, puts it up, no good. Rebound by Rober off the glass and in.
Good follow that time, number 54, Peter Rober.
20-30 now, 10 points. They keep it within 10, 2:37. Now TJ skips one over to Bridges. Bridges with a jump, partially deflected. Nice rebound inside again by Feeney. Feeney puts it up and in the second time. See if the basket counts. No, it's an offensive player control foul.
Yeah, it's on number 52 in the rebounding action. That's Justin Erickson for the Raiders. And going down the other end, I believe Peter Rober is going to the foul line for the Knights.
So Erickson picks up his first. So we're both at 7 team fouls each, 1-on-1 both ways with 2:28 left. 30-20 to score. Washington Academy leading. Washington Academy from East Machias. And Narraguagus from Harrington, Maine. And we'll see who the foul is going to be on. I think it's going to be on TJ. He's made the most noise.
Right. Worcester going to the line. Number 40, Mike Kelly looking on very intently. Narraguagus coach calling over one of his players there, number 22. Going over is Peter Joyce. There's Peter.
That's the third on TJ, and that was his problem in the last game, that his foul troubles. He's very quick. Coming in for him will be, we'll check the number, 14, and that would be Tim Seeley. So Seeley's seeing the first action here in the first half of this game. 30-21 to score. A pair by Worcester, and that makes it 30-22. So they've cut it to 8. 2:25 left. Outside is Seeley. Seeley, another fine ball handler, so they don't lose anything when TJ goes out. Starts to move to the right side. Once it's set up, now he moves to the left. Worcester on him. Goes to Bridges. Corner goes to Timmy Moore. Timmy Moore fires a three and he hits it.
All right, Timmy's been very, very quiet in this first half. That's a big 3 for him. Get him on track.
That's a Mel Fatty corner shot. Real deep. Timmy Moore has that range, 33-22. The threes are ringing tonight, boys and girls. Now Joyce goes right to the glass, puts it up. Rober with a nice rebound, puts it back up, no good. Rebound tipped off the glass, and finally it goes out of bounds, and they say it will be Washington Academy's ball.
Right, great hustle by Timmy Moore on the baseline on the loose ball. Narraguagus getting a little bit frustrated right now that things aren't going their way, and they've got to maintain composure.
Seeley dribbles away from Worcester, now goes to the glass, and he is hammered. And Worcester is going to be fouling Burnett.
Burnett, I think, like a push by Burnett. He's going over to the bench because that's going to be his 3rd foul, I believe. He's going out, yes, there it is right there.
As they get by him, and coming in is Bub Look, and the 3 personals Burnett will take to the sidelines. 1:35 remaining as Seeley goes to the line now for Washington Academy. Tim Seeley is a junior, 5'8" guard. Notice how we talk in Maine, we say guard. A very high profile team, both these teams. Would be good to see some interplay here, or interplay I should say, with some B's and D's and see how they would fare. 34-22 to score, 1:26. Washington Academy was behind and now is taking the lead and has stayed pretty much 8 to 10 points ahead. As they're 117. Feeney, was that foul away? I think it was away, or was it Feeney?
I think it's 24 on Washington Academy. Yes, it is 24. That would be Brian Davis fouling Peter Roper underneath, away from the action, down on the blocks.
Feeney had stolen the ball, but away from the action. The foul materialized with Brian Davis, also a junior. And Mr. Rober will go to the line. Foul shot is missed. Strong rebound. You see the leap on Mr. Davis.
Good elevation.
Hello. I'm telling you, there's a salt air down there, Bob. Seeley now inside goes to Feeney. Nice scoop pass to Davis. Can't control. Rober comes off with it. Rober starts down. Gives off to Worcester. 1:01 left now. Worcester right to the baseline. Puts it up. He made that shot up and he got it.
Yeah, that is right. Little dipsy-do off the baseline. I didn't think he could get the shot off. I just felt that there were too many Raider players around him, but he did, and it not only got it off, but it went in. Here he comes. Left-handed dribble on the baseline. There's the stop. Little fake there. Look at all of the red shirts around him. Lets it fly. Swish.
And he makes a three-point play. So fouling that time was Tim Seeley. That's only his first. So Worcester is showing a lot of poise, composure, as this team of his, Narraguagus Knights, number 1, still in this game very much. 34-25, 47 seconds left. Pass goes to Feeney, tracks it down the corner to Tim Moore. Tries to get the baseline. A lot of traffic there. Feeney in a lot of traffic, puts it up, no good. Davis with a rebound, puts it up and in.
There's Davis.
You can see the leap.
Yes.
A great leap.
right over
36-25.
Excuse me, right over the Knights rebounders.
And he was
Ryan
behind.
Davis. Yes, he was.
Pass goes in the corner and out of bounds, intended for Worcester. 36-25 to score. So Washington Academy will go into the locker room with a pretty good lead. But as Washington County basketball goes, you don't count anybody out. Bridges, nice move off the glass and in. He has come to play tonight.
Narraguagus had gone man-to-man here in the last 3 or 4 trips down, and it's really cost them.
4 seconds left, and now they're going to get a shot off unless they see it. Yes, they are, and it's, whoa, way over. So at the end of 1 half of play, the number 5 Washington Academy team leads the number 1 Narraguagus team 38-14.
Very, very explosive second quarter for the Raiders. They came out smoking, led by Mr. Bridges with his 2 threes and his real power layup. So he got 6-8 points there early in the quarter, and they outscored them, what, 21-12? 21-12 on that second quarter. So Washington Academy playing very well, defensively pretty solid. They solved the problem of the interior passing, and Narraguagus having a very, very difficult time with the Washington Academy offense, especially versus their zone, and then later on in the second period against their man-to-man.
Okay, I'm here with Coach Bob McShane of the Calais Blue Devils. Came up with a big win this evening over the Searsport Vikings to propel your team into the Eastern Maine final against Skink. You faced a stiff challenge here tonight. Was it the kind of game you thought it would be?
In ways it was, in other ways it wasn't. They out-rebounded us by a wide margin. We haven't been out. I didn't think we'd get out-rebounded like that. That was a surprise to me. I knew their Amber Howard was tough, and Bree and all their other players. I was familiar with them. Getting out-rebounded like that was a key for them. They're a really tough team. A lot tougher. I knew they're tough. They're tougher than I thought.
Of course, a real key player for you, McConvey, had to sit out because of the bad ankle. And so you had to change your strategy a little bit.
Yes. She broke her ankle last night leaving the gym, slipping on the ice. Real blow to her. She's senior. She comes in our 6th man. She's instant offense, tough low post player, and we had to put some people in the post that don't usually play there. And as it ended up, Tracy ended up getting the ball a lot more than normal, and she came through.
You got a real extra effort, a real super effort from Mulholland.
She played well tonight. She didn't know it. She needed 17 for 1,000. She got 29. It's a goal. It hasn't even been a goal of hers. It's something we haven't even tried to get her 1,000. But she had her biggest offensive night of the evening. And Janice would have had some of those points if she had been in there. But Tracy came through.
That's right. So the Calais crowd didn't even know that, or did they react to it?
A few people knew. Very few knew how many. As it came down the end of the season, we didn't want her. Nobody wanted. She didn't want to know. She said, "Coach, I don't want to know. We always play as a team. I don't want anybody trying to give me the ball." And so we just never talked about it.
Now the heel point standings held up pretty well. I mean, it's number 1 against number 2. What about Skank on Saturday night?
They're tough. They're always tough. I watched them play Holton. They're fast, very aggressive defensively, very well coached team. Hopefully it'll be a close game.
Okay, thanks. Coach Bob McShane, back to you, Bob. Joe?
Both teams now back. Narraguagus Knights just coming back out on the court, going through their warm-up for the second period. Talking to Mike Kelly, I'm sure.
Look, there he is right there.
There's a teddy bear.
It's Becky.
Becky.
Mulholland.
Right. Yes.
And she's living with her large teddy bear.
Okay.
Cupid doll.
Tracy Mulholland. I
Oh,
believe.
Tracy, I'm sorry.
Tracy Mulholland.
Becky's her sister.
All right, we got about a minute to go before we start the second half. I'm sure Mike Kelly had some words for his team. There's a little one, doing a little dance there. It's great to see these youngsters out to the ball games. Hopefully, getting on television and seeing themselves on videotape tomorrow, or maybe this evening when they get back. But Mike Kelly, as I was saying, talking to his team, he's got to stop playing some real solid half-court defense, make sure his team gets back on defense. I thought they did a pretty good job of that in the transition defense, but I think the half-court defense is where they fell down, and Washington Academy was able to take advantage of the breakdowns in the Narraguagus defense. Washington Academy I'm sure, would love to play the same kind of half they played in the first half. They got that good balanced scoring, spread around to 9 players. Chris Bridges with 15 big points, took the pressure off Timmy Moore. Timmy only made 1 3, but Dallas Quarles, was immense on the board as we begin the second half of action. Joe Gould.
I think it's going to be Mr. Quarles. TJ with the ball now. Washington Academy will shoot the basket down in the entrance now. As Tim Moore goes to the baseline pop. Yes.
Right out of the blocks comes Timmy Moore.
40-25, 15-point lead.
Big zone put up by Washington Academy. 1-3-1 zone, very active.
Burnett with the ball now, goes outside to Worcester. Connor goes to Huntley inside to Burnett, puts the shot up and in.
Tough shot, nice little hook shot, jump hook by Burnett.
Worcester, fine freshman now on defense out at the point. Bridges, now Quarles. Back to Bridges, try to gain the baseline. Off balance jumper, no good. Rebound tipped around, finally taken up by Timmy Moore. He puts it up and in.
Now Timmy's 2 for 2. Good strong man-to-man that time. They stopped Washington Academy, but the rebound got him in trouble. And Timmy Moore was able to pick it up and convert.
42-27, 7 minutes left. Third quarter. Worcester inside to Burnett. Sprague is there, trying to pick it up with his feet. He can't. Burnett comes back to Worcester. Almost stripped by Moore. Worcester with a baseline jumper. It's no good. Rebound fought, tipped around. It goes to sidelines, picked off by Huntley. Now off to Curtis. Curtis is going to drive, take the pop. It's no good. Rebound tipped around. It goes out of bounds, and they say it's knocked out by Washington Academy.
They really got to start spreading the scoring around, too, does Narraguagus. In that first half, Worcester was the only one in double figures with 11 big points.
Curtis, nice move. He takes it in, so we listen to you.
Thank you, Dan.
Moving back now is TJ Sprague. TJ to the left side, going to take a runner. No good. Rebound strong by Feeney. He puts it up and in.
This has been something that Washington Academy has done real well. Second part of the second period and here in the third is the offensive rebounding.
To the right side goes to Huntley. Now to Curtis, off to Worcester. Worcester in split, goes up, pops, no good. Rebound strong by Quarles. You can't quarrel with that. Bridges down the left side, stops, going to take the running 3, no good. Rebound strong, taken off by Curtis as we start down the other way. Seat belts on. Pop, no good by Curtis. Rebound, Quarles again. Hard to believe he's a sophomore. TJ is going to gallop, he's going to stop. Puts it off, no good. Rebound goes out of bounds. So I don't think they care where they are, the mezzanine or any place. They're going to fire.
First one open, that's what it looks like.
Right. Tim Moore off balance pop, no good. Rebound comes back, but there to step in is Curtis. He comes off with it. For Narraguagus as they start down the other way. 44-29 to score. Quarles outside shot, no good. And then the rebound action is going to be a foul. That may be on 50 Burnett. If so, that's his 4th.
I think it is. He's going right to the bench. There he goes, number 50. Going over to sit down. He's got to wait till the other player comes in. But he's going to the bench, number 50. 4 fouls on Mr. Burnett, Robert Burnett.
So Peter Rober comes in. Go ahead.
One thing I was going to say is that it's not the pure basketball that you would like to see, but I'll tell you one thing, the kids love to play this way. They have a great time.
Moore was way out. Now again, rebound action. This is going to be on Quarles.
Yeah, Dallas trying to get position under there with Peter Rober, and they were pushing and shoving. And finally, Dallas, was caused.
If he hears that once more, he's coming over here.
Okay.
Get it right. TJ goes in a nice play by Bridges, and there's going to be a double dribble call. TJ went flying one way, Bridges went the other. It's a very, very quick ball club. As you see Burnett on the sidelines beside his coach. Rober goes way deep. Now it comes off to Bob. Look, he takes a pop. Yes. Not a 3, but a 2, and they'll take it.
Good movement, though, that time. Found him on the elbow of the foul line.
31-44. Bounce goes to Moore. Back to TJ, outside 3, no good. Rebound tipped by Quarles. is off to Bridges, off the glass, no good. There's Feeney, puts it up and in. And Feeney has got more offensive rebounds tonight.
He certainly has. Right, Johnny on the spot, if you will. A couple of misses, and there was Feeney for the third shot. Did not convert the field goal, but is going to go back to the foul line.
Seeley will check in, and TJ checks out. Sounds like a motel.
All right.
4:35 remaining in third quarter. 44-31 the score. What appeared to start off to be a barn burner now has quieted down somewhat as the Washington Academy team has held up pretty good. They're leading 45-31, and Feeney hits a second 46-31.
With this lead, Buddy Wood able to substitute, get some fresh legs in here for the fourth period as well.
Morrow's pass goes in the corner to Rober. Now back outside to Curtis. Curtis, a nice pass inside, but a little bit high. Look, couldn't hold it. Coming off the pack there is Bridges. Quarles, now to Feeney. Feeney looking, he goes to Moore. 4:12 in third quarter. Seeley puts it up, nice rejection inside by Rober. Quarles picks up the rejection and puts it in.
Dallas was right there.
Who?
Dallas.
Nice move inside, but losing the ball as Huntley goes out of bounds. And
White
first
ball
and 10.
called by Roger Chesley. Great hustle by Chris Bridges. And a timeout on the floor. I think Mike Kelly is going to take a chance and put back Mr. Burnett.
There it is here.
Number 50. Here it is. There's a loose ball. There's Bridges going for a loose ball. And it's out of bounds on the deflection by Chris Bridges. And that's going to be white ball right in front of our broadcast area.
Well, with 3:56 left, Burnett's going to check back in, so I can imagine everyone will be going at him. I imagine this little bit Buddy will be telling him, you know, you got a layup if he doesn't stop you.
Well, I got to think that Mike Kelly's also got a team. Look, we got 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Let's just kind of settle down, try to stop them defensively, come down and get some good shots and see if they will fall. That's pretty basic for him to do right at this point in the game. Let's stop them on the defensive end. Let's come down on the offensive end, get some good shots, maybe pick up some fouls.
Well, Mike Thurston and Roger Chesley look like they're still in the game at least.
They're still standing at this juncture.
Right. Tempo is slowed a little bit. We'll see what happens now. Huntley with the ball goes top Curtis, left side to Rober. Inside to Huntley, takes the pop, it's no good. Burnett is there, puts it up and no good, rolls off. Rebound comes out to Moore, off to Bridges. Bridges off the glass, no good. Rebound stripped away. Bridges again with a shot, doesn't roll, but he picks up the foul.
Just all over the offensive boards. Washington Academy, very relentless going to the glass. That time there, Chris, there's Mike Kelly looking on. But Chris Bridges never stopped giving out the defensive signals and the offensive signals.
Robbie Worcester picks up his third foul, personal foul. 3 team fouls on Narraguagus, 1 on Washington Academy. 49-31 as Washington Academy just kind of leaving Narraguagus in the back here as they are playing at both ends of the court very, very well. 50-31. Worcester double team, tries to get it off. Seeley on the ground, throws it off to Bridges. He slows down. Now he speeds up. Going to take the shot, rolls it in.
Right, and Washington Academy changed the defense. Now they come with a half-court trap the last time. They got a steal. Surprised Guegas.
Nice move inside by Curtis, rejected by Feeney. Robo puts it up for Narraguagus, and it goes in. 52-33 the score, 3:06 remaining. Seeley to the left side of Bridges, downtown 3, yes.
Bridges,
4 now, right?
Bridges night here in the auditorium. He is really taking over the game.
Huntley now back to Worcester. Worcester splits, double pumps, puts it up, gets the roll, and gets the basket.
Tough shot that time by Robbie, but he made it.
And they're going to call a travel violation on Timmy Moore, and probably a good thing they did. It might have been a player control.
Good defensive play that time by Danny Curtis, stepping up to the half court and forcing Timmy into the violation.
55-35, 20-point lead for the Washington Academy Raiders. Defending Eastern Maine champs of a year ago. Would like to get back in that position again. Nice move by Curtis. Tough shot on the angle, misses it. Picked up by Curtis, puts it up and in. to Tim Moore now. Off to Seeley. Seeley in the backcourt. 55-37 the score. 2:21 remains in third quarter action. Pass goes to the middle of Bridges. Bridges in the paint. Puts it up off balance and goes in.
It's Bridges' game. I mean, hey, listen, he fumbled that thing, didn't even have control.
Puts it up and in. 57-37, back to 20. And there's going to be a foul this time on Tim Moore against Curtis. So Danny Curtis will go to the line. He's only a sophomore.
We've seen, since the timeout by Mike Kelly, we've seen Narraguagus become much more aggressive offensively, taking the ball to the basket and taking good open shots. He's got his sign up over there, number 55. That must be the defense.
Speed limit. 50. Pull it down to 50, he says. Curtis makes a foul shot, his first. The second is up, it's good as well. Washington County teams can shoot foul shots. 57-39, 1:59 left. Feeney turns now, loops it to Quarles. Wilbur tips it away, goes for the ball, but it goes out of bounds.
Good hustle by Peter Roper that time. Tough pass. Dallas could not handle it.
57-39. Pass in the corner goes to Feeney, gets the baseline, starts in, puts it up, went right by Burnett. He knew Burnett had 4. Joyce is going to put it up, no good. Rebound taken off underneath by Moore. Moore starts down with it. Timmy on a gallop. Timmy's going to pull up. Nope, has it stolen by Morrill. Morrill, I should say Robbie. Robbie Worcester puts it up and in. He's got a beautiful hang, isn't he? Huh?
Yes, he has. Very, very good control of the basketball when he gets in the shooting area.
57-41. As Bridges misses but draws the foul.
So wonder that didn't go in. The way he's playing, everything falling for Chris Bridges here this evening.
Buddy must have pumped him up this morning and said this is going to be your night, and it has been. He's rung 4 threes, and there's Buddy right there. Nothing much to talk about.
No.
Came over before the game to give us his lineup. He wanted us to be sure that Chris Snowdeal and Corey Smith have been added to his roster.
Right.
Still says he has nightmares of last year's three-point shot. Foul shot is up and good. Bridges with a pair. As the Washington Academy team seems to have done nothing wrong this evening, 59-41. As they extend the lead now, 1:16 remaining. Inside, Burnett. Oh, he hits his man in the air, misses a shot, pulls it off the rebound, and puts it back in.
Yeah, he's had some problems. He's missed 2 easy layups, but that time he was aggressive enough to go after his rebound and put it back in.
Seeley with the ball to the left side of the dribble. Now to Bridges. Got it by Curtis. Now off to Seeley. Got it by Morrow. Nice inside pass goes to Quarles. Puts it up, and Rover is fouling over the shoulder.
Dallas Quarles, big, strong sophomore, going hard to the glass and fouled by Peter Roper. It's going to be Peter's second personal foul.
Brian Davis is going to check back in, or no, he can't because he evidently is going in for Dallas, and so he'll wait. But coming in now will be Brendan Cates and also Paris Kaler. What a great name, huh?
Paris
Kaler.
Right, he's coming back in, and what Buddy's doing right now with 51 seconds left to go in the third period is giving some of his starters a rest for this minute, plus the minute of the timeout, and maybe a minute into the fourth quarter to get them fresh for the stretch drive in the fourth quarter.
Have you ever seen anyone in the foul line take more than 10 seconds? Any calls? There is 10 seconds once you get the ball.
Very,
Bob, help me.
Very rarely, Joe. 10 seconds is really a long time to take to shoot a foul shot.
Worcester with the ball, back to Joyce, back to Worcester, baseline, puts it up around, no good. Strong rebound by Roper, puts it up and in.
Peter Roper stayed right with that offensive rebound and was able to get the putback.
60-45, 30 seconds remaining. Bridges with the ball out deep. Bridges gets a screen, a man-sized screen from Quarles. Now Seeley, 19 seconds left, starts to the right side. Down the middle, still in the gallop, leaves inside to Cates, puts it up, gets the roll, no. Tip up by Dallas, no good. With 9 seconds remaining. Curtis comes down with it, now 6 seconds, the left side. And shot missed, and at the end of 3 complete, 60-45, and we'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this.
You're watching Tournament Basketball on Maine Public Television.
Well, Narraguagus came back very well. They scored 21 points in that quarter, but 22 was scored by Washington Academy.
Right, so the quarter was essentially even. Down 15 points with 8 minutes left. They're not totally out of the game, but what they've got to do is make sure that they take advantage of all of the offensive opportunities that are given to them and make sure they stop Washington Academy in the defensive end. Don't give them those second chances, which haunted them tremendously in the third period.
Peter Joyce will play in, gives to Curtis. They really in that quarter did not panic. Now inside to Roper, he turns, and the ball is knocked loose. Seeley comes up with it off to Timmy Moore. Tim down in the gallop. Tim's going to go to the glass. He's going to stop, take the pop. No good. Rebound by Bridges. Bridges underneath, goes back up with it. Off the glass, no good. And Burnett comes off the rebound. Joyce comes down the other end, right to the glass, and the ball is stripped and goes out of bounds.
Good hustle play on the defense coming back to Timmy Moore, able to cause the deflection to go out of bounds from Joyce.
Ball goes outside to Cates, knocked away. Robert comes up with it. Curtis takes the pop. It's no good. Rebound comes back. Rebound taken off by Seeley now. Seeley leaves it to Moore. Moore goes right to the glass, puts it up and in. And fouling that time is Worcester.
Excellent pass that time by Timmy Seeley. We can see that again. Beautiful bounce pass. There it is. We're just going to see the end of it. Great play by Timmy Moore. And Seeley's pass gives him an open layup.
TJ comes back in for Washington Academy, and Seeley takes the sidelines.
Robbie Worcester picking up his 4th personal foul on that play.
He's had 2 very fine games. Foul shot by Moore is no good. Rebound by Bridges. Tries to get it inside to Pat Feeney. Pat saves, but Curtis picks it up for Narraguagus. He stats down at the other end, looking for help. Still in the backcourt. Rifles it over to Worcester. Now to Seeley. Joyce, I should say, and Joyce puts it in.
Good passing play that time by Narraguagus.
TJ on a gallop, stats down in the middle, gives it on his side to Pat Feeney, rejected in there partially by Curtis, but he gets the roll.
I think Curtis hit the backboard and it caused the ball to go in.
Worcester with the ball, tipped away. Here they go again, Washington Academy in the gallop. Moore tries to put it up left-handed, and we'll see if he's going to get the play of control. He is.
Yes, he is.
He tried to get his body to the side, so
he
he would avoid that.
Yes, he did, but play, here it is right here. Here comes Timmy. Looks like he's trying to go around the Guagus player. Who's that, 22?
Right here,
it's Joyce, Peter Joyce.
Peter held his ground. Now inside, taken away by Pat Feeney, and a bounce pass went in from Worcester, but TJ comes back with it. Now to Timmy Moore. You talk about breaking your back. He missed 3. Now it comes off at Bridges. Bridges puts it up, draws the foul. Bridges seems to be everywhere with the rebounds.
They're just going to the glass unmercifully against Narraguagus, and now here early in the 4th period, they've had a couple of turnovers, so things are not going very well for Narraguagus at this point.
Huntley comes in. Curtis will go to the sidelines. 64-47 the score, as number 5 Washington Academy leading number 1 Narraguagus in Class C with 6:18 remains in this contest. Foul shot up and good by Bridges. So we may have a tremendous matchup for Saturday night if Washington Academy holds on. Aroostook County, Washington County sounds about familiar, doesn't it?
Oh, yes.
Peter Joyce is rejected in there by Davis.
That's your boy Davis.
And there he is again. He almost gets another one. And he gets up and he's called fouling. Who was it last year? Judd Braggs.
Right.
Judd had those long arms and he could leap as well. He was 6'5", but this young man goes on the score sheet as 6 feet even, but I think that's deceptive.
Yeah, I mean, he plays a lot bigger than 6 feet.
Burnett has it. Burnett's going to take the pop. It's up, it's good. Nice move by Robert. Off to TJ. TJ loves this. He's going to move Joyce away with his left hand. Goes right down the middle. Defini puts it up and in. He went interference that time.
Had his arm out there.
Burnett still playing with 4 fouls. Off to Morrow, right side goes to Curtis. Now to Peter Joyce. Peter's shot is no good. Rebound by Pat Feeney. Pat's played a great game rebounding. Davis down with it now. Wonder if Davis can dunk it. Puts up a pass, goes inside to Timmy Moore, but he can't control it in. And Peter Joyce comes the other way with 5:25. Now it's picked off by Washington Academy, so we're getting a little ragged now. But TJ doesn't want to stop. There he goes, right down the middle. He's up and in.
Little dipsy-do, right down the lane.
Oh, I'm not tired. Anyone else tired here? Rober inside. Rober turns, puts it up, doesn't get the roll. That's Davis. He loops it out. Picked up by Bridges. Bridges is going to stop. Fake the 3 now. Goes to top to TJ. Now back to Bridges with an outside 3. Yes!
Mike Kelly up and going to call a timeout.
73 to 49.
What do I have to do, he says, as his team comes over. Unbelievable. One thing that we haven't mentioned, and probably we should mention at this time because I think it's important, is the fact that we're seeing a much quicker Washington Academy team than a Narraguagus team. And I mean not only foot quickness, but hand quickness. They are all over the place. Whenever there's a loose ball, Washington Academy seems to come up with it. Whenever there's a very low pass or a slow pass, Washington Academy comes up with a ball and they go down the other end. So their quickness right here in the early going of the 4th quarter has really put this game practically out of reach for the Narraguagus Knights.
4:48 remains. There's a good bold cut right there.
Chris Bridges.
Didn't pick up where it was on his left arm, something green. Alligator? Crocodile?
I have no idea.
Maybe he gets coming this way, maybe we can pick it up. Without Devil Vision, we couldn't pick anything up. 73-49, the last hurrah for this Narraguagus team.
There's another defensive change by Coach Wood. 2-2-1 half-court trap.
Worcester now to Curtis. Curtis down the left side, stops, puts the pop up, it's no good. Rebound tipped around, still tipped. Curtis comes up with it again, he puts it in. Worcester,
yes.
Now Bridges with the ball. Bridges out to TJ at the center, rifles it over to Cates. Washington Academy inside to Feeney. Feeney beats his man, puts it up, it's no good. Rebound taken off underneath by Cates, puts it back up, no good. And there's going to be a foul underneath on Quarles.
Dallas Quarles over the back that time of Peter Roper. The 2-2-1 for Washington Academy that they went into is to prevent the 3-point shots by Narraguagus. It's the only way they can get back in the game right now is to shoot the threes.
73-51 the score. Worcester with it now. Gets it over to Curtis. Curtis back to Worcester. Worcester starts down the middle. Takes a pop. Yes. He's got great touch when he gets in the middle.
Nice looking player for freshman. Very, very composed with his jump shot.
TJ now to Cates on the right side. Foul line extended. Now to Bridges. Bridges outside 3, and we'll see a foul away from the action. I thought at first it might have been on Curtis. Three-point attempt would have been 3 shots.
Called by Roger Chesley away from the basket, and Feeney we know is going to the line. It fouls on number 32 for Narraguagus, and that's Ryan Huntley, who's going out of the game right now.
Huntley checks out. Checking in for Narraguagus is number 12, Clifton Emerson Tudor. No wonder they don't want to call him Clifton.
Tudor Emerson.
Tudor is in the game now, number 12. Worcester will go back. Quarles remains in. Feeney, Bridges, Moore, and TJ. Goes out to Curtis, 3:45 remaining. As he comes down with it now, rifles it down the corner. To Emerson, nice turnaround by Rover, partially deflected. Coming off the rebound is Burnett. Tudor starts to go, takes the pop, no good, tries to follow, can't. Nice rebound by Worcester, and he puts it in.
Probably Worcester putting on an offensive show here for Narraguagus just to keep things close.
Well, you can say they're not getting the hair in their eyes anyway. Moore a little bit deep. TJ decides to take it. Worcester snaps it away from him. Quarles picks up the rebound, no good. Look who's under for the rebound, puts it back up. Romer rejects him. It was TJ, you're in the wrong area.
Right, and Moore picks off the errant shot, and he's fouled. So everything going Washington Academy's way here in the second half of the basketball game. Another thing that's happened is Robbie Burnett, who got off to such a strong start early in the basketball game, got in deep foul trouble and has really kind of been ineffective because he hasn't been as aggressive as he was because of his fouls.
Darren Chipman will come in as Curtis will go to the sideline with 3:07 left, 76-55 to score. Timmy Moore takes a foul shot and he hits. 77-55, 22-point lead, 3:07 left. Worcester with it. Burnett down the middle. Burnett's going to go, and he draws the foul from Quarles.
Nice drive that time by Robbie Burnett. That's the way he started the game, but he's been neutralized.
Fouls do it every time.
6'3" sophomores. Number 53 for the Raiders.
The Narraguagus teams, certainly in the four periods here, have not played held-to-skelter. They played within their structure. They played well, moved the ball, tried to get the good shots. But as you say, the quickness of this Washington Academy team, you think they're quick. Wait till you see Limestone, right?
It's going to be quite a matchup between the two teams. Buddy Wood talking to Dallas Quarles, who had a fine basketball game.
So Burnett will be ready for his second shot now. It goes up and it's good. Gets the roll. In for Washington Academy is Justin Wentworth. He's a senior. He wears number 20. He's in the middle now. Timmy Moore to TJ. TJ rifles it off to Feeney. Feeney on the left side. Back to Bridges. Now TJ in the middle, way outside to Moore with 2:42 left. Tim starts down the middle. Tricky dribbles, off balance, no good. Rebound tipped up, no good. And finally picked off underneath by Burnett, and he's being fouled by Moore.
And they're slapping each other. They're in jest coming down the court. There's Timmy going over, patting him and laughing.
And that's good that you can do that.
Yeah.
That's,
well, I'm sure these two teams go at it during the course of the basketball season at Harrington and at East Machias, and they probably know each other very, very well.
Foul shot is good by Burnett. Built like a tree trunk. You wonder why they don't have football down that area. The size. Two good shots by Burnett, and it's 77-58. I think it's academic now. Here comes TJ. There he goes right to the glass. And he calls for traveling, but I think Mr. Worcester helped him.
I think so, too. I think Roger said, we've seen enough, TJ. We're going to put the ball back to
Buddy is yelling at him, too. You're going to do it, do it. Curtis, now outside shot, and a ring that time by number 10 for Narraguagus, Darren Chipman. 2:13 remains. As Bridges with the ball now. Chipman tips it away. Bridges starts down to the baseline. Nice inside move. He goes to Feeney, but deflected away. And coming down with it is Tudor Emerson. And stolen by Moore. Is he going to dunk it? No.
Nice layup.
79-61.
Just waiting there over on the wing, waiting for that cross-court pass.
Another good thing I enjoy about this tournament is there's no dunks. They're playing finesse basketball. Outside shot, long by, is that Worcester or Cates? No. That's, excuse me, Curtis. Rebound comes off to Burnett. He's in a lot of traffic. He's going to try, he's under the basket, and he draws the foul from Feeney. You know, I read an interesting article about from John Wooten, who thinks that to get the pro basketball back online is to count the dunk as 1 point. That makes sense. Are you a big dunk fan?
I'm a big dunk fan.
Oh, you are? Really? I'm not. So I wasn't a three-point fan either, but that buried me. But
that's right.
Certainly the dunk is.
Oh, the dunk.
Put the basket up 12 feet. You know, these guys are all 20 feet tall.
I also heard John Wooden say that a way to improve the pro game is to widen the lane by a foot.
Yeah.
Okay, and that would really make things a little bit more palatable for the outside players and the pros.
Instead of taking 6 steps, take 5.
Joe,
another big player coming in the game, 52. This is Justin Erickson. He's only a junior. 31 in for Washington Academy, Tim Denbo. Paris Kayla checks back in for Washington Academy.
Harris started, but Feeney played so well, it was very difficult to get him out of there.
So now, listen, we don't have that on our scorecard, but we turn over to page 2, and Chris Snowdeal, number 12, comes in, 5'10" junior. So Buddy came down with his nice little printed poem for us. Press release, he's got on the top, press release.
There you go.
That's great.
Number 44, Jonathan Grant, 6'2" junior for Narraguagus, comes in for Robbie Burnett, number 50.
1:23 remains in the game as 12. Tudor Emerson. So we have a Tudor, a Bub, a Robbie, and a Dan for Narraguagus. And on the line is number 22, Paris Kaler, a junior. Buddy certainly has to be happy to get back into the finals.
Question, he's got a little bit different team this year than he had last year. I think he's got a lot more size in the paint. Dallas Quarles and Pat Feeney had a big game, I thought, tonight on the boards for Washington Academy.
Coach, you don't have a John Francis.
No, I know you don't. I know you don't.
All-purpose. Tudor shoots it up, he misses.
Timmy Moore certainly has stepped his game up a bit, and so has Chris Bridges.
Nice pass to Justin Wentworth, and he scores. 83-62, 106 remains. So it's academic now as we wind it down. Timmy Berry out front. He has the ball now. Gets it over the corner. A nice outside shot by Darren Chipman, and he hits. It's a 3. 83-65 with 49 seconds left. Kaler right down the middle. Starts to go up. Has the ball deflected away. He still has it. Still banging around. Puts it up and finally draws the foul.
He was determined.
And this time it's on Jonathan Grant.
A couple of muffs in there, but the ball kept bouncing back to Paris, and he was finally able to go up for the shot.
15, we go to our other scorecard. Corey Smith comes in. I noticed one of the stats here that Buddy gave us, individual high in the season, 38 points by Chris Bridges. I don't know what he has tonight, but he certainly has rung the threes. Foul shot up by Kaler, no good. Still another substitute coming in.
Justin's going to come back in for Paris. He's shooting. He's at 31, and he's on the bench, Chris Bridges.
Imagine if the Limestone Eagles aren't here, they're looking in.
Sure they are. They can hardly wait to get back here.
They're probably outside shooting layups right now.
There's Chris Bridges.
31 points for Chris and a great night. Didn't have a good night his quarterfinal game, but he put it up a pace and he has a great night. Nice pass. Goes all the way down and tipped up and good by number 20. That would be Justin Wentworth.
Right, and Tudor, you tried to sneak one in on official Mr. Thurston, and it didn't work. He stepped over the line, and the Raiders are going to get the ball back.
You cannot fool these Caribou people. 86-65, 23 seconds left. Oh, Tudor steals it, and he throws it, but it goes out of bounds. Trying to make the save was number 42, Jason Lyford. Inbounding the ball will be Justin Erickson. Pass goes inside. Nice pass. But number 12, the new man brought up, Chris Snowdeal, and he goes for a deuce. 88-65, 10 seconds left. Pass goes way outside, and is he watching the clock? Outside shot long, it's no good. And it's only academic now as the score goes 88-65, Washington Academy. And they came to play. Look, we've got a free ball if we want it.
Right, and right after the buzzer, number 31 for Washington Academy just turned around, threw it at the basket nonchalantly. Timmy Denbo, 6-foot senior, and it went in.
Ooh.
So that was the kind of a game that Washington Academy played tonight. Everything was going in. Great job. Great Washington County battle between two great teams, two great programs. Mike Kelly's Narraguagus Knights and Buddy Wood's Washington Academy Raiders. The Raiders coming out on top 88-65. and will proceed to the finals against Limestone, a 99-65 victor over Skink this afternoon.
We had a 17-12 first quarter score. Washington Academy led 38-24. They led at halftime. They led 60-45 at the end of 3 and take it away 88-65. Really had a real fine game. Buddy Wood now gets back in the finals. He's probably going to dress John Erickson for Saturday night's game. But we'll see a very quick Washington Academy team, and we'll see maybe a little quicker Limestone team. So this ought to be good, and we hope for a good C final. Again, the final scores, 61-57 Calais ladies who are winning over Searsport, and Washington Academy winning 88-65.
All right, we want to take a look for our viewers out there on Friday's schedule. We have a Class D's coming in. The girls D final, Central Rustic versus Katahdin at 9:30, followed by the boys Class D semifinal, Katahdin versus Central Rustic. And then in the afternoon, we stay with the D's. The girls again, Ashland's going to take on Southern Rustic, and then the boys come back at 3:30 for the Woodland versus Jones Sports Beals semifinal game. And then we're back to the finals as we crown our champions, our first champions, on Friday night. In the girls' game, Ellsworth will play against Holton, and in the boys' game, Rockland Tigers versus the John Baptist Crusaders here at the auditorium.
Very good. Well, again, the final score, 88-65, Washington Academy. This is Joe Gould along for Bob Leahy, along with our good friend Keith McKean, and to Lisa Richards. And we'll hope you'll come back tomorrow morning at 9. We'll be on again with a lot more basketball. Hope you've enjoyed this one. We'll see you tomorrow.